Hello everyone. So under the Asia continent, till now we have discussed the important islands and the water bodies surrounding Asia continent. Thereafter we discussed about the mountains, plateaus, deserts and the lakes of the continent. So the remaining part is the rivers and the resources. So in this video we'll talk about the rivers of Asia. So let's draw the map first. This is Ural mountain region. This is Kamchatka Plateau, if you remember. Okhotsk Sea, this one. Then moving further southward, over here we have Sakhalin Islands. Then further southward, this part is the Korean Peninsula. Then East China Sea, Henan province of China, and then Vietnam and all. This is Gulf of Thailand. Thereafter, Malaysia will start. Then on the tip we have Singapore. Bangladesh and Indian subcontinent, this peninsular part of India. Thereafter, Kathiawar Peninsula, and then Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran portion, then Arabian, this is Persian Gulf, Arabian Peninsula, and this is Egypt region, then Israel, then Turkey portion, and then above is Black Sea. This is Sea of Azov, and over here, if you remember, we talked about the Caspian Sea and then Aral Sea. So broadly, this is the map of Asia. हम लोग rivers को देख रहे हैं एशिया की. तो we'll start from the rivers of Russia. So this is Ural mountain. This mountain system is Ural mountain system. Ural mountain के east में चलते हैं. So over here, if you remember, this was Pamir Knot, and over it we had Altai range. So from this Altai mountains, a river originates and moves northwards. From the Altai range, a river originates and moves northward and drains into, if you remember, this sea called Kara Sea. So this river is Ob River, and the sea, if you remember, Kara Sea. Just a second. Yeah. So Kara Sea, Ob River, Ob River. Then, and this is originating from Altai mountain range. If you remember, Altai mountain range was in the southern part of Russia, the western part of Mongolia and all this. Over here, Mongolia is there, Mongolia country between China and Russia. Another river moving northwards only, flowing northwards, starting from Mongolia. So this river drains into this entire Arctic Ocean, drains into Arctic Ocean, and river is called Yenisey. Yenisey River. Yenisei or Sey. Both will work. So Yenisey River. Then there is another river. If you remember this part, Kingan Mountains. North of Kingan Mountain range, if you remember, there was a lake I told you yesterday in southern part of Russia called Baikal Lake. This lake, Baikal Lake. So from the Baikal Lake, a river originates and drains into this sea, which is called Laptev Sea. Already ये सब discussion हम लोग कर चुके हैं. So this river is called Lena. Lena River. Okay. So in Russia, we talked about three north-flowing rivers. From west to east, if we move, it is Ob, Yenisei, and Lena. All these rivers are flowing in Russia. Okay, then let's talk about some east-flowing rivers. Over here, if you remember the Khingan range, so from the north of Khingan range, a river originates, and this is the border between Russia and China. China ऐसे कुछ जाता है. So this east flowing river, which forms the border between Russia and China, नीचे China है, ऊपर Russia है, and this river is called Amur River. Amur River. And if you remember this island called Sakhalin Island, Sakhalin Island, Sakhalin Island और ये जो water channel है between Russia, this water channel is called Tatar Strait. So this water channel over here is called Tatar Strait. So it is draining into Tatar Strait. Is that okay? So Amur River, Tatar Strait. Then coming to another river. So this part is Tibetan Plateau. This part is Tibetan Plateau. From Tibetan Plateau region, a river starts moving eastward and this drains into this sea. If you can see this map is like this. This one I told you is Yellow Sea. This part I told you Yellow Sea. But this smaller sea, smaller water body is called Bohai Sea. Bohai Sea मैंने नहीं बताया था. But if you remember, this one I told you as the Yellow Sea. So Yellow Sea के north westward में अगर आप देखोगे तो Bohai Sea है. And this river Hwang, spelling again might vary. So Hwang River, east flowing river, flowing in China, originating near Tibetan highlands and drains into Bohai Sea. This sea. Yes. Then another river originating somewhere here only, and east flowing a bigger river. This is called Yangtze River. Yangtze River. Yangtze River drains into, if you remember, this part of sea is East China Sea. So draining into East China Sea. At the tip of the sea, the important port city of China is there called Shanghai. The commercial city of China. बीजिंग की लोकेशन अगर आप देखोगे तो बीजिंग इज समवेयर हियर, यहाँ पर कहीं आपको बीजिंग मिलेगा. तो बीजिंग इज नॉट अ पोर्ट सिटी, शंघाई इज अ पोर्ट सिटी. Okay, so Yangtze River, Hwang River and Amur River. Three east flowing rivers. Prelims there might be a question to arrange them from north to south. Then there are many rivers in Southeast Asia. This country, Southeast Asia, this entire portion is Southeast Asian countries. तो यहाँ पे कई rivers हैं. Let's see one by one. So northern part of Myanmar, somewhere here. ये म्यांमार का पार्ट होगा. This entire part would be Myanmar. So this northern part of Myanmar से एक river will originate and will pass through central Myanmar east of Arakan Yoma. अगर आपको याद हो Arakan Yoma, western part of Myanmar में located. This river is called Irrawaddy River. Let me write this river somewhere. So this river is Irrawaddy River. Irrawaddy River drains into, this one is Bay of Bengal. Obviously we know that this is Bay of Bengal. So draining into Bay of Bengal. Makes sense? Then north of this another river originates in the southern part of China, over here, somewhere here, and it moves in the across the eastern part of Myanmar, moving across eastern part of Myanmar, and finally draining into Bay of Bengal. This river is, if I write somewhere, let me write here. This river is Salween River. Salween River. Okay, so Irrawaddy, then Salween, then over here we have Thailand. This country is Thailand. From central western Thailand, a river originates and drains into, this is Gulf of Thailand, and this river is called Chao Phraya River. Chao Phraya River. So Chao Phraya River is the main river of Thailand. जहाँ पे Bangkok city situated है. Chao Phraya River. This river is highly commercialized. If you happen to visit Bangkok, you'll find that this Chao Phraya River is highly commercialized. Anyway, then there is another big river in Southeast Asia originating somewhere here, and from South China it moves to the border of The over here you'll find the country Laos, then Laos, and then Laos, Thailand border. Then over here a country is Cambodia. Over here a country is Cambodia. It enters into Cambodia and then finally enters into Vietnam. This country is Vietnam. If you know, this country is Vietnam. So this river is ultimately draining into, if you look at this is South China Sea. So this river is called, we have seen Irrawaddy, Salween, Mekong River. So Mekong River is the longest river of Southeast Asia. Again, there might be a question to arrange them from east to west or west to east, depending upon the question you have to answer. So these are the rivers. Then हम लोग इंडिया की रिवर्स को डिस्कस नहीं करेंगे, although Indian rivers are again among the largest rivers in Asia. बट क्योंकि इंडिया को हमें बहुत डिटेल में पढ़ना है तो हम लोग सुपरफिशियली उसको नहीं देखेंगे. Let's see some other rivers. यहाँ पे if you remember is Pamir Knot roughly. This part is roughly Pamir Knot. From this Pamir Knot एक river originate होगी. From the northern part of Pamir, and this one, and there is another river. These two rivers will originate from Pamir Knot and will move northward. These two rivers are, इस वाले river को बोलते हैं सिर दरिया, and this river is Amur दरिया. सिर दरिया and Amur दरिया. They are draining into Aral Sea. If you remember Aral Sea, जो बाउंड था कजाकिस्तान और उज्बेकिस्तान से, कल ही हमने डिस्कस किया था. So Sir Darya and Amur Darya, north flowing rivers. Okay, then if you remember over here we had seen Taurus mountain range. Yes, Taurus mountain range. यहाँ से दो river originate होंगी. One is Tigris River and one is, okay, just before, so just a second. Okay, I'll not do anything. So just before entering into Persian Gulf, it meets with Tigris and then it enters into the Persian Gulf. So this river is Tigris River and this river is Euphrates River. Euphrates River. Okay, so these are the important rivers of Asia continent, wherein we have not discussed the rivers of India. Maybe when we talk about Indian rivers, we'll take up in detail about the rivers of India. Okay, so this is about the rivers. In the next video, we'll talk about the resources of Asia. Thank you so very much.